Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Here today to update you on the latest news on regarding the interworld. I know it's been a painful ass week if you were a Azzurri fan like myself. Italy going out the World Cup, of course, but we're not gonna talk about that. I already made a video reaction to that if you want to check it out, and I also made a video around Marcelo Brozovic and his history at Inter, his career until now, so make sure you check that out if you haven't. Link in the description below. And speaking of Brozovic, let's get into straight away the news. First news regarding Brozovic and De Vrij. The two guys have been struggling with injuries recently since the Liverpool match, and I said it when they both were injured against Liverpool. These calf injuries can be tricky. Brozovic's one looked less serious than De Vrij's one, but it looks like it's taking just as long as De Vrij in terms of recovery period, when originally it looked like De Vrij was going to be out for at least 3 weeks and Brozovic a bit less. But now, yeah, they still haven't actually taken part in group training as of yet. They've both been doing personalized work, physio work, massages, therapies, all that type of stuff. But according to the reports, tomorrow Brozovic and De Vrij both will take part in team training with the ball finally, which is good news for Inzaghi. 5 days before the Juventus match, massive match, guys. Cannot be understated how big that match is against Juve. Can really change Inter's trajectory in the Scudetto race, which at the moment looks like it lost. I still have 10% faith in these guys to actually do it still, but at the moment, you can't deny that Napoli and Milan are in the driving seat. But a win against Juventus, then it's back open again. But to do that, we need all our best players for sure, and obviously Brozovic and De Vrij are two pillars of this team. The other news in terms of injuries, well, it's not technically an injury, but Lautaro had to miss his international duty call-up with Argentina due to COVID-19, but he has now tested negative, which means he can start taking part of team training with his teammates that left over in La Piana Gentile. Same thing with Vecino, I believe, although I haven't read too much around him. I'm guessing they're just waiting to clear him after getting a negative test result. And now, of course, we just gotta wait back for the international guys to come back. Barella, Bastoni, obviously, the Italy boys, still partaking tonight in a couple of, or in an hour or so, against Turkey. They'll be facing Hakan and his boys. Apparently, Hakan might wear the armband, the captain's armband for Turkey. So big moment for him if that is true. But it looks like Barella and Bastoni actually won't be starting, which is good news for Inter. They were worried that these guys are going to be squeezed as they usually are for Italy, but luckily it looks like Mancini is going to heavily rotate, although I think they'll get a few minutes here and there, but it shouldn't be used up right up until the end. Tucu Correa got 64 minutes for Argentina against Venezuela. I watched a bit of that match and his movements look good. He missed a couple of chances actually, Correa, with the Messi and the Paul created for him. He should have done better, but it's good. And Scaloni, the Argentina manager, talked about how he was impressed that Correa did the things that he asked from him in training, and it's not his role. He played up front in a 4-2-3-1 on his own, lone striker role, which is definitely not Tucu's role, but it's good that he's got 60 plus minutes under his legs, because he needs match fitness, and this means that he is now ready to start matches. So Inzaghi needs to start giving him more minutes, because we need someone of Tucu's quality in terms of 1v1 and pace and things like that. And he's got a decent record against Juve. He's last season for Juve, against Juve, he came up trumps a couple of times, so hopefully he does something against Juve, or he gets injured. There's no midway point with Tucu at Inter at the moment. Dzeko played for Bosnia in their last match, but should be rested in the next match, I believe. That's what I read. So again, hopefully he's not juiced until death. And Dumfries also played well for Holland. Perisic will play for Croatia, but hopefully they all come back in one piece. That's the main thing about international break. Going back into other news regarding Inter stadium news. Oh my goodness, that is just constant drama. Never any improvements. I thought they made progress. Everything looked to be in place with the new San Siro to be built. Milan and Inter, They pretty much had all the paperwork ready. Everything was pretty much signed in terms of from their side. Now the council of the city of Milan council once again have come up with more issues, and now Inter and Milan look like they will just move the project to a different area of Milan, so completely away from the San Siro area, called Giovanni San Sesto area, which is slightly outside of Milan, but a lot more, you know, area there to build on, and a lot more potential there. So yeah, let's see what happens with that clown show. And then, you know, going back to the Italy's issues, it's not just about the youth issues and, you know, all those footballing issues. The issues with Italy and Serie A are rooted within, you know, the economy of Italy, but of course these bureaucracy issues about stadiums, like let clubs build their own stadiums. Like, come on, councils, I know you guys make a lot of money from the rent that all these clubs have to pay to you every year, but come on, let's move into the 21st century and let clubs build their own stadiums without so much red tape involved, man. And final note, positive note to end on, Christian Eriksen, we saw the other day he scored for the Danish national team, returning, you know, his first call up back and scoring a beautiful goal. And today, once again, he scored another goal at the stadium where he originally, you know, had the incident at the Euro. So beautiful, beautiful story. Slightly painful for Inter fans watching this guy continuing to thrive, as we know what quality player he is. But we know that this guy under Simone Inzaghi and Limone Ball would have been really, really interesting. He probably would have been even better than he was under Conte, to be honest. But really happy to see him thriving. Yeah, that was it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed me keeping you up to date with everything that's going on in the world of Inter. Of course, there will be a proper match preview for the Derby d'Italia against Juventus. Away Juventus, man, that's going to be a juicy one. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Ciao ragazzi, and always Forza Inter. Ciao.